Okay, let's inventory damage and see if this thing still fires up or not. It took a hard hit on one of the motors specifically. Obviously the broken prop indicates which one. They don't feel obstructed and they feel like they all turn about the same. Remove the props because when you fire this thing up, you got to be careful. That one time it fired up on its own. Cut my finger, but that was in a return to home adventure, so it could have had something to do with that. Okay, so we've got this on. Let's plug the battery in. Oh yeah, my battery still works, even though it hit the ground and it doesn't have any splits or anything. Well, it should be working. There we go, now it's off. Alright, let's see what it does. Well, it's going through its system test. Let's see if I can get any. I'm in the garage, so I don't know if it'll actually pick satellites up. Alright, here's the real question. What happens when we power on the rotors? Well, that's a happy sight. They're all spinning. And I don't hear any noise like it's rubbing. Because if it broke that one prop in half, then obviously it took the brunt of the force on one of the arms and one of the motors. So, pleasant surprise. As you can see in the video, that was a pretty good fall. It was only like 6 feet off the ground, but it was a motivated nosedive. Oh yeah, I guess we should apply some power and see if it. No, that sounds about right. And let's check the shutdown function. That worked good. Yeah, I was wondering about the batteries in this. They're just AA store batteries, and I've run it for a while. I was thinking maybe the remote signal was not good enough or something, because it was in headless mode and I was pulling back, and back is supposed to always be back to you, and it was right over my mailbox and it wasn't doing anything of the sort. So that's why I moved forward to relocate it. Watching the video, I realized I should have set it on the ground and powered it off. I actually saw a video of somebody letting theirs go after it had been flying though, and theirs just went, took off, but mine apparently maybe was trying to get back to the elevation it was at, because I had GPS mode still on. I had GPS mode on, and the dang it, it's not called headless mode, but it's the equivalent of where the direction doesn't matter. If it's spinning, pull back, it comes back, forward, it goes away. Anyway, I was pulling back on the stick and it wasn't coming anywhere away from the mailbox, so that's when I moved forward to get it. But yeah, in retrospect, I definitely should have just powered it off. And I don't know why the battery fell out, if it was the impact or not. The battery fits in there really, really tight. I mean, there is no wiggle room, and it doesn't really make a loud click. So when I did it out there in the street with the outer noise, maybe I didn't actually secure it. I do got one good ding on this thing. It's got some plastic stress. Either that or it's paint. No, it's a stress mark. Right there. You see that little sucker? That looks like the only thing that happened though, which is really, really surprising. Oh yeah, let's check the gimbal. Okay, Okay, it's powered on right now, and the gimbal's functioning, but as you can see, the gimbal took a hit, and it's off. Okay, that looks relative center. Now let's see if it... Yeah, the gimbal still works on that rotation. How about pitch? Still moves a pitch, and then side to side. Okay. Oh yeah, I better check the shocks, because after the last fall, the little shock had disengaged itself, the little platform the gimbal sits on. And that actually looks okay. Huh. We're going to call that a fortunate crash. Alright, so the extent of the damage is just a broken prop. It scuffed up a few of the other ones though. I'll just sandpaper down the big burrs, but the edges are still good. That one got a little flattened. I'm not concerned with that though, as long as they're not missing chunks. That one obviously won't work anymore. Okay, that's the damage video. Not too shabby. Nice.